second, please. We're just trying to go live. 1 second.
Everyone.
Seems like there's a technical difficulty or something. 1 second, please. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Are we live on Facebook?
I set it up. Is it not live?
I don't think so. I think the same issue happened again. Can you help us, please?
Yeah, I don't know why it's just happening. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna create another.
Oh, should I wait?
Just give me 10 seconds. I'm doing
Okay.
it. So.
Okay, sure.
Go live. First combines of which is like.
Okay, brothers and sisters in YouTube, just bear with us, please. We're just facing some technical difficulties, and we'll be back, inshallah.
I do see that content is coming. We are live.
Should be with you shortly, inshallah.
Yes, we are live.
Okay.
Yes, we are live.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم يا ربنا إنا نسألك أن تجعلنا من أهل القرآن الذين هم أهلك وخاصتك يا رب العالمين. أما بعد أحبتي في الله, would like to welcome you in our today's event, the Night of Quran for Young Qurra. MashaAllah, we have a lineup, MashaAllah, of great, amazing young Qurra here. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, after the great success that we had with our event last week with the big Qurra, MashaAllah, Fadilat Sheikh Hassan Saleh and other Qurra. Now, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, again, we're with young Qurra, MashaAllah Rabbil Alameen, who inspired the whole world by participating in Dubai competition and MashaAllah Rabbil Alameen, leading Taraweeh in so many different masajid and inspiring everybody, the elders, the youngsters, you know, everybody, alhamdulillah, by their beautiful qira'ah, beautiful recitation, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So in the beginning, I would just like to make sure that everyone, I'm sorry we had some technical difficulties, but alhamdulillah, it seems like we're on right now. And I'm going to introduce our guest for today. And inshallah, we'll start the program right away. Bismillah. So we have, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the three winners of Dubai competition, alhamdulillah, the last 3 years, different, of course, different places and Dubai competition. And we have two of our, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, students of our Hifz Madrasa in Islamic Center of Frisco. So I will start, inshallah, all the way from California. We have Hafiz Qari Huzaifa Siddiqi. Assalamu alaikum. Let me unmute everybody so I can welcome you, inshallah.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
حذيفة.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. شيخنا كيف الحال؟
Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah khairan for joining us.
بارك الله فيك. It's my pleasure. الحمد لله.
Alhamdulillah. Barakallah fikum. So, and we have all the way from the East Coast. So now we were in the West Coast with Qari Huzaifa Siddiqui, we at the East Coast with Qari Adin Shahzad Rahman. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Adin, how are you?
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. الحمد لله.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Barakallahu feekum. And then our neighbor, no, not really neighbor, Minnesota, Qari Ahmed Burhan, join us, mashallah, all the way from Minnesota. Assalamu alaikum, Qari Ahmed.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh.
Alhamdulillah, Jazakumullah khair for joining us tonight.
Jazakallah khair, wa iyaakum wa iyaakum.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And our, mashallah, future Hufaz, we already have Hafiz, mashallah, Muaz Shima, alhamdulillah, just finished, completed Hafiz of the Quran. And then we have soon, inshallah, to be Hafiz, Ali Akhtar. Jazakumullah khair for joining us tonight, guys. Alhamdulillah, we're very proud of you, and alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we're honored to have you tonight. People are excited, everyone is excited, alhamdulillah, to listen to your recitation and to know your inspiring story. So inshallah Rabbil Alameen, today it's going to be like an interview type of thing, not just recitation, but also we would like people to hear from you guys, you know, about your story and your journey with Quran, and how did it start, and so on and so forth. So inshallah Rabbil Alameen, we'll start with that was all the way from California again, Qari Huzaifa. We'll start with you, inshallah Rabbil Alameen. So Qari Huzaifa, a little bit about him. Mashallah, he finished Hifz al-Quran at the age of 11, and he got, mashallah, his first ijazah, mashallah, very short sanad to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to Tayyibat al-Nashr. And then he learned from Sheikh Hassan Abu Nar. He did 3 times khatm, mashallah, with him, and he fully mastered the Shatibiyah. That's another narration, mashallah. And he short this sanad from Sheikh Hassan on Hafs on the way of Tariqat al-Shatibiyah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, got another ijazah, which means like a license, a permission to teach and recite Quran as well, from Sheikh Nur al-Amin from Egypt. Mashallah, he has one of the shortest sanad, mashallah Rabbil Alameen. And also he participated in Dubai competition, and he came, mashallah, second. Huzaifa now is studying the 10 Qura'at, mashallah, different riwayah. And mashallah, he's continuing, you know, with his beautiful recitation, inspiring everybody. Jazakumullah khairan. We would like to welcome you. And for the second, mashallah, guest for today, so Qari Adin, I will share a little bit of his bio. It's also very special to my heart. And in just a few seconds, you will know all of them, mashallah. So Qari Adin Rahman, mashallah Rabbil Alameen, he memorized the whole Quran at the age of 10. And he participated, by the age of 17, he participated in how many competitions? He participated, how many competitions, Sheikh Adin? 43 Quran competitions.
Subhanallah, mashallah.
43 Quran competitions, national and international. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It was my pleasure to alhamdulillah, to meet Sheikh Adin in 2012, right? 2012 in New York. Alhamdulillah, he started his journey with me with Tajweed, and alhamdulillah, I gave him the first ijazah as well. It was a pleasure, alhamdulillah, being with you, Adin, learning a lot of things, mashallah, from your dedication and your hard work. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward your parents. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And then the next, our next guest is Sheikh Ahmed Burhan. Sheikh Ahmed Burhan lives in Minnesota. MashaAllah, he was born in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, and he came to the US at the age of 1. MashaAllah, he finished Quran at the age of 9, and MashaAllah Rabbil Alameen, he also got multiple ijazah, and Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, he participated in the Quran competition in Dubai. It was 2019, Sheikh Ahmed, right?
2018, Sheikh.
2018, and MashaAllah, he came first. Dubai competition. So mashallah, wonderful bio. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward everybody. And alhamdulillah, again, we're glad to have you guys here. So we'll start our program, inshallah. And let's start with Hafiz Huzaifa, Qari Huzaifa, inshallah.
Inshallah, na'am ya Sheikh.
And here, alhamdulillah, we have again the junior Qari, the junior Hufaz, and we have the senior, and we have juniors as well. Alhamdulillah. right? So you guys, inshallah, can pass on the torch to the newer generation. A lot of them are, by the way, are watching from New York, from California, from Dallas, from everywhere. So they're looking to be inspired, inshallah, by your story. Okay, so I will mute everybody except for Qari Huzaifa, and then inshallah we'll start. But before we start with Qari Huzaifa, there is like a small short clip about Qari Huzaifa Siddiq, inshallah. Let's watch it together. Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 1 second, please. Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. MashaAllah. Wonderful. Jazakallah khairan. So let's start with Hafiz Qari Huzaifa Siddiqi from California. So how is everything?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Sheikh.
Alhamdulillah, barakallahu feekum. So inshallah Rabbil Alameen, I would just like to ask a question in the beginning, and this is something inshallah to start with. What really did inspire you and motivate you to memorize Quran? And how did your journey started?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen, Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. First of all, I would like to tell all the viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And I'm really...
we have a surprise. Do you guys feel a surprise?
Oh, Sheikh Hassan Saleh. MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We're sorry for cutting you off, but this is like a small surprise مفاجأة that alhamdulillah rabbil alameen brought us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا الشيخ أحمد والشيخ حذيفة والشيخ عدين والشيخ صلاح.
بارك الله فيك يا شيخ.
مرحبا بك يا شيخ.
مرحبا بكم. أحببت أن أسلم عليكم وأتشرف برؤياكم الطيبة والاستماع إليكم، ويعني أشكر أخي الحبيب فضيلة الشيخ صلاح على هذه المبادرة الجميلة، وأنا يعني أحبكم في الله، وأدعو الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلكم قدوة لإخوانكم وأخواتكم من حفظة القرآن. ويعني أنتهز هذه الفرصة وأقول لكل من يستمع إلينا، هؤلاء هم يعني شباب الإسلام في الغرب وفي أمريكا من حفظة كتاب الله، وهم والحمد لله قدوة ومسحة القرآن على أخلاقهم وفي تعاملاتهم وفي طريقة كلامهم. هؤلاء هم قدوة شبابنا، هم قدوة الشباب في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية، ما شاء الله، يعني يشاركون في المسابقات الدولية ويتبوؤون المراكز الأولى ويؤمون في المساجد ويعلمون في حلقات القرآن، فأرجو الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك فيهم وفي مشايخهم وفي معلميهم وفي
آمين
آمين
أسرهم،
يا رب.
آمين
وأن نرى يعني مزيدا من هذه الأمثلة في مراكزنا الإسلامية وفي مساجدنا. يعني لا أريد أن أخذ من وقتكم أكثر من ذلك، لكن أحببت أن أسلم عليكم وأشد على أيديكم، وأرجو الله سبحانه وتعالى ألا تنسونا من صالح دعواتكم. وأترك الميكروفون لمدير اللقاء وصاحب المبادرة حبيبي الغالي أبو خديجة، يعني الذي ملك القلوب. بارك الله فيك، ونترك معك الميكروفون يا سيدي.
جزاكم الله خيرا فضيلة الشيخ حسن. بارك الله فيكم.
وإياكم يا سيدي.
So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So this is like it was a surprise. I wanted to share with you guys, and actually I wanted to do it even better, but because Fadilat Sheikh Hassan, I didn't know it because he was in a rush or something. That's why I just, when I saw his name, I was like, mashallah, just let's start. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, when I spoke to Fadilat Sheikh Hassan yesterday, and I told him that I'm hosting, mashallah, you guys today, and I would like you to say something for them. Subhanallah, he was very excited, and I say Jazakallah khairan, and he's very proud of all of you. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Do you guys want to say something to Sheikh Hassan?
ادعو لنا يا شيخ.
جزاك الله خير شيخ، ونحبك في الله أيضا.
بارك الله فيك. الشيخ
ربنا يسعدك ويكرمك.
شيخ عدين.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. شيخ حسن صالح.
قطع الصوت للشيخ.
نعم تفضل.
لكن هذا الشيخ الذي يرتدي عمامة حمراء، ما اسمه؟
الشيخ علي.
الشيخ علي ما شاء الله. من أي مكان الشيخ علي؟
الشيخ علي من دالاس.
ما شاء الله، بارك الله في دالاس وفي قراء دالاس وفي مشايخ دالاس ومساجد دالاس.
الحمد لله.
تفضل يا سيدي تفضل. لكن أنا أستأذنكم ولعدة مشاغل، وإن شاء الله سأتابع غدا التلاوات على موقعكم يا سيدي.
إن شاء الله. لا بس لازم نسمع من ولاد حاجة، لازم.
أنا اليوم لست لم آتي لأقرأ، أنا أتيت لأستمع. اليوم يوم الشباب يا شيخ صلاح، اليوم يوم الشباب.
طبعا.
ونحن نستمع إليهم ونتعلم منهم.
هم الشباب عايزين آخر سورة البقرة إن شاء الله. لا يعني لابد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها، لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به، واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا، أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. صدق الله العظيم.
صدق الله العظيم. بارك الله فيكم. جزاكم الله خيرا يا سيدنا.
وإياكم يا سيدي. أرجو الله سبحانه وتعالى ببركة هذا اللقاء على القرآن أن يرفع الوباء والبلاء عن الناس جميعا. أرجو الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يرفع هذا البلاء عن البشرية جمعاء.
آمين.
آمين.
بارك الله
آمين يا رب. آمين يا رب. آمين.
مساكم الله بالخير.
بارك الله فيكم فضيلة الشيخ حسن صالح في الدس.
ليلاتكم مباركة إن شاء الله.
بارك الله فيك يا شيخ.
إن شاء الله. بارك الله فيكم فضيلة الشيخ.
وإياكم. نستودعكم الله عز وجل. السلام عليكم.
بارك الله فيكم. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Okay. So now I'm going to mute everyone except Qari Huzaifa. Mute. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.
So Jazakallah khairan guys. Yeah, I can. Okay, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah khairan. So alhamdulillah, I hope it was a good surprise, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Naam.
So the Sheikh wanted to speak with you and wanted to, alhamdulillah, to encourage you guys. And he really welcomed, alhamdulillah, the suggestion, and he immediately came. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Jazakallah khairan for the Sheikh Hassan Saleh. Okay, back with Qari Huzaifa, inshallah. Bismillah. So the question is like, what really motivated you to memorize the Quran?
No, alhamdulillah. Yeah, alhamdulillah. I was lucky to have really fortunate parents who are like my mom's brothers and sisters. They're all alhamdulillah from mashayikh, from people of ulum, from people of Quran, alhamdulillah. So it was mostly my mother, alhamdulillah, who wanted all of her sons and daughters to be hafiz kitabillah, alhamdulillah. And then she was the main driving force for all of us, alhamdulillah. All of my siblings are hafiz and hafizat, alhamdulillah, hufaz, alhamdulillah, today. And it was because of her I started on this journey, alhamdulillah. And then she put all of us in a good madrasa, in a good systematic form for us to start the whole process for memorizing the Quran, alhamdulillah.
Oh, mashallah, wonderful, mashallah.
Naam.
That's awesome. So it was your mother who started the journey, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah, naam. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your mother. Allahumma ameen ya rabbil alameen, and your whole family, inshallah rabbil alameen. So so that's really amazing, and of course we're coming to this also to encourage the parents to to be more engaged and to actually motivate their children, so
yes.
they can memorize the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is something very, very, very important. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, so what we're going to hear from you today, inshallah?
Inshallah, we'll start off reciting the end portion of Surah Al-Anbiya, inshallah.
Okay, Bismillah. Surah Al-Anbiya.
Naam, and the end portion from إِنَّ الَّذِينَ سَبَقَتْ لَهُمْ مِنَ الْحُسْنَى.
Min al-Husna. Okay. All right. So since I see, mashallah, a lot of our shuyukh also in New York and our brothers are watching who can speak Arabic and English. So Hafiz Zakir, Sheikh Zakir Ahmed, if you can hear me, inshallah, can you please post the ayah number on Facebook, inshallah? If you can just, Sheikh Zakir, if you can post the ayah number, so the surah and the ayah number in Facebook, so the brothers and sisters can follow with us, inshallah. Surah Al-Anbiya, the last part from إِنَّ الَّذِينَ سَبَقَتْ لَهُم
Yeah,
مِّنَّ
from
الْحُسْنَى.
ayah 101, inshallah.
Okay. Surah Al-Anbiya, ayah 101. MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khair. Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين سبقت لهم منا الحسنى أولئك عنها مبعدون لا يسمعون حسيسها وهم فيما اشتهت أنفسهم خالدون لا يحزنهم الفزع الأكبر وتتلقاهم الملائكة هذا يومكم الذي كنتم توعدون يوم نطوي السماء كطي السجل للكتب كما بدأنا أول خلق نعيده وعدا علينا إنا كنا فاعلين ولقد كتبنا في الزبور من بعد الذكر أن الأرض يرثها عبادي الصالحون إن في هذا لبلاغا لقوم عابدين وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين قل إنما يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فهل أنتم مسلمون فإن تولوا فقل آذنتكم على سواء وإن أدري أقريب أم بعيد ما توعدون إنه يعلم الجهر من القول ويعلم ما تكتمون وإن أدري لعله فتنة لكم ومتاع إلى حين قال رب احكم بالحق وربنا الرحمن المستعان على ما تصفون.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله تكبير.
بارك الله فيك.
ما شاء الله فتح الله عليك قارئ حذيفة. Beautiful, just beautiful. ما شاء الله. بارك الله فيكم. So inshallah our next guest inshallah Sheikh Ali Akhtar. We're going to listen inshallah from you and then we'll get back inshallah to Sheikh Adin and after that we'll Sheikh Burhan inshallah Rabbil Alameen. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh. So inshallah soon to be Hafiz Ali Akhtar. He's one of our students, mashallah, one of our students at Islamic Center First School. Hopefully, inshallah, soon he's going to graduate or be Hafiz, inshallah. So, Sheikh Ali, what do you learn from this, mashallah, senior Hafaz?
Alhamdulillah, it was great.
Alhamdulillah, what do you want to tell them? Do you want to be like them one day?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So, you listen to them, inshallah, and they will tell you what to do if you want to be like them, inshallah, one day, okay? All right, Bismillah. All right, so we're going to hear from what surah?
Surah Yasin.
Perfect. MashaAllah. Surah Yasin.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Wonderful, MashaAllah. Amazing. We're very proud of you, inshallah. How many paras do you know so far?
14.
14. So you, alhamdulillah, you're almost there, halfway.
Yes.
So we want you to work hard. Let's see if Hafiz Huzaifa wanna give you a message, inshallah.
Okay.
So Huzaifa? Yes.
Say it again. I couldn't hear you. Say it again, Sheikh.
Yeah. Do you wanna give him a piece of advice on how to, inshallah, finish?
No, mashallah. No, his tilawah was really good. Well, the main thing is focusing on on tajweed than anything. Nowadays you can find a lot of huffaz, but not the quality huffaz that we need with proper tajweed and proper makharij, waqf wal ibtida. So focus on on your tajweed, inshallah, and go slowly. Hifd is not a rushing game. It's you take your time and you improve as you move on, because what's the point of finishing fast if it's if the quality is not there? So inshallah, that's the main thing.
That's precious advice, mashallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, and our next qari, inshallah, is going to be Qari Adin. Qari Adin, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So Jazakallah khair for joining. Alhamdulillah, we are excited to hear your recitation. Qari Adin, by the way, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, he masters the 10 qira'at, the 10 different qira'at, mashallah. Rest of them, mashallah, are inshallah on the way. But Hafiz Adin, mashallah, mastered the 10 qira'at. And I have a short clip for him. Then I'll ask him the question. Then he is going to recite, inshallah. So just bear with me 1 second. Let me see. Bismillah. 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 Sharing a clip just about him, inshallah, to hear his beautiful recitation. Bismillah. So it seems like there is no volume. I was just told that there's no sound for the video, but mashallah, he was reciting Surah Abasa, Surah Al and different qira'ah. Mashallah, he knows the 10 qira'at, which is beautiful, mashallah. And I will start with him, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen, asking him the same question. So Qari Adin, what inspired you and motivated you to memorize the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to reach that level?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum to all the viewers who are watching us in this event. From the very beginning, it was always my parents that motivated me and kept me going through. From a very young age, my father was the one who helped me memorize the 30 juz at home when I was maybe around 7 or 8 years old. And ever since they saw that I had the abilities to memorize and recite the Quran from a young age, so they thought that it would be best to put me in a madrasa or a school for hifz. And it took about 2 years for doing it too, but it was mostly my parents that motivated me, inspired me, and were working with me to get to the point where I memorized the entire Quran. And also, when I was memorizing the Quran, I saw all my colleagues and classmates also doing the same thing. So I thought that if they could do it, then I could also do it too. So that was also a means of inspiration for me as well. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, very good. So what do you say to the students who are, who feel that their parents are forcing them, to memorize Quran and to go to the madrasa and so on and so forth? What would you tell them? Because maybe at some, a point of your life, probably you felt this way, the same way, right? That you didn't want to go to madrasa or something like that. So what's the advice you would want to share with them?
I mean, all I can say that all that work and effort you put in, it will pay out later on. The Quran is nothing but a blessing in your whole life.
I like that.
So when it will take time, it's not something that quick and easy.
Like that, alhamdulillah.
Inshallah, you will get to a stage where you will see the blessings of just memorizing the Quran and being from those who keep the Quran in their heart and recite it.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Barakallahu feekum. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. So, Qari Adin, what we're going to hear today, inshallah, and what surah? And which riwayah? And by the way, Qari Adin Rahman, he came second Dubai competition 2016 or 17?
16.
17.
No, 16.
2016, MashaAllah. Beautiful. Wonderful. 2016, MashaAllah. Wonderful. Okay. So which surah?
Surah Az-Zumar, which is surah number 39, and from ayah number 22.
Surah Az-Zumar, okay.
Yes, ayah number 22. And the riwayah will be Al-Bazzi an Ibn Kathir.
Surah Az-Zumar, Bismillah. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أفمن شرح الله صدره للإسلام فهو على نور من ربه فويل للقاسية قلوبهم من ذكر الله أولئك في ضلال مبين. الله نزل أحسن الحديث كتابا متشابها مثانية تقشعر منه جلود الذين يخشون ربهم ثم تلين جلودهم وقلوبهم إلى ذكر الله ذلك هدى الله يهدي به من يشاء ومن يضلل الله فما له من هادي أفمن يتقي بوجهه سوء العذاب يوم القيامة وقيل للظالمين ذوقوا ما كنتم تكسبون كذب الذين من قبلهم فأتاهم العذاب من حيث لا يشعرون فأذاقهم الله الخزي في الحياة الدنيا ولعذاب الآخرة أكبر لو كانوا يعلمون ولقد ضربنا للناس في هذا القرآن من كل مثل لعلهم يتذكرون قرآنا عربيا غير ذي عوج لعلهم يتقون ضرب الله مثلا رجلا فيه شركاء متشاكسون ورجلا سالما لرجل هل يستويان مثلا الحمد لله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون إنك ميت وإنهم ميتون ثم إنكم يوم القيامة عند ربكم تختصمون فمن أظلم ممن كذب على الله وكذب بالصدق إذ جاءه أليس في جهنم مثوى للكافرين والذي جاء بالصدق وصدق به أولئك هم المتقون لهم ما يشاءون عند ربهم ذلك جزاء المحسنين ليكفر الله عنهم أسوأ الذي عملوا ويجزيهم أجرهم بأحسن الذي كانوا يعملون أليس الله بكاف عبده ويخوفونك بالذين من دونه ومن يضلل الله فما له من هادي ومن يهد الله فما له من مضل أليس الله بعزيز ذي انتقام صدق الله العظيم.
ما شاء الله جزاكم الله خيرا. Wonderful ما شاء الله. So which رواية was it? Which رواية you're reciting? قراءة.
بزي عن ابن كثير.
البزي عن ابن كثير. So brothers and sisters, so you don't get confused, he was reciting ما شاء الله different قراءة, not the one that you hear in the masajid all the time in the TV. This one is a little mashallah, a little bit more advanced. And as I said, Qari Adi mashallah masters the 10 qira'at at this young age, mashallah rabbil alameen. He masters the 10 qira'at, takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. And I witnessed this from day one. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you, Qari Adin. And inshallah, keep the amazing work that you're doing up, inshallah rabbil alameen, so you can inspire other generations as well. And by the way, to share something about Qari Adin also, mashallah, he participated in Kuwait competition in 10 qira'at, and he was participating for people like 40, like real mashayikh, real shuyukh, mashallah. And he actually, he ranked like, what was your place?
Third.
He came third, mashallah, in 10 qira'at at a young age. So this is a miracle. It doesn't happen too much. Except from this guy, mashallah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Allahumma ameen. Okay, I will get back to you, Qari Adin, inshallah. The next young Qari, inshallah, they just completed the hifz of the Quran. Hafiz Muaz Shima. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
So we are very proud of you, and alhamdulillah, we're happy that you join us today. And tell me, what are you learning from these guys, the senior Qurra?
I learned from these guys. They put in effort behind this. They took them a long way. And inshallah, I want to become like them one day.
Inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. So Qara Adin, what do you want to tell him to become like you, inshallah, one day?
Mu'adh, right? It takes dedication and time into this. So there's no need to rush or feel that you are lacking or that you are behind in this. You know, so whatever you are doing, just be consistent in it and do not be heedless or just memorize and just let it go. Whatever you're memorizing, try to retain it. And because the most important part of memorization is not memorizing, it's actually keeping it, repeating it and retaining what you memorized. That's what determines a real hafiz. So take your time and inshallah, you will be a great hafiz, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah, beautiful advice. And again, we have a lot of huffaz, mashallah, and a lot of soon to be huffaz in the process of becoming huffaz. They're watching, and hopefully, inshallah, they're benefiting from this advices, because these guys worked hard. I know this for a fact. I know that for sure. They work so hard. If you want to get somewhere, you have to work hard. All right. And the most important thing, Quran, huffaz here, mashallah, is when you memorize Quran, your intention should be for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to be called the hafiz, right? It's more of, you know, that you want to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be happy with you, to know the reward, to know the reward that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you in the day of judgment, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. Okay? All right, Hafiz Muaz, so I will give you the mic right now. Bismillah. Which surah are you going to recite from?
I'm going to recite the ruku of Ayatul Kursi.
Okay. Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم. الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور والذين كفروا أولياؤهم الطاغوت يخرجونهم من النور إلى الظلمات أولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. That's awesome, mashallah. Very beautiful recitation, Hafiz Muaz. We're very proud of you. He's, alhamdulillah, one of our students. in our madrasa, Hifz Madrasa, the ICF Madrasa. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The Hafiz Dr. Abdul Wahid, he's working hard with them, inshallah Rabbil Alameen, so soon we can have someone like Hafiz Huzaifa, Hafiz Ahmad, Hafiz Adin, inshallah Rabbil Alameen, our madrasa in our DFW area. And as the brothers and sisters knew that, subhanallah, we were supposed to have the Quran competition tomorrow. It was the final, subhanallah. We were supposed to have a lot of shuyukh, but because of the coronavirus outbreak, unfortunately, we couldn't host it. But alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, we have the competition here. But one thing about, the 3 Qur'an that we have tonight, I think they're banned from participating in any national competition at that point. Are you guys allowed to participate?
It depends, though. They don't really judge based on if you won an international Quran competition, as long as you didn't win that certain national Quran competition. So basically, if Texas is holding a national Quran competition, as long as we didn't win that certain or specific competition before, we can come back.
Okay. Because I remember, one time I was judging a Quran competition next to Sheikh Hassan Saleh in New Jersey, and Qari Huzaifa also remember this. And subhanallah, Sheikh Hassan was like, so Adin is participating. That's unfair. These guys, Sheikh Burhan, Qari Huzaifa, Sheikh Adin, mashallah, they should not participate in any national competition because it's unfair to any student here in the United States. Because in order to be qualified, of course, to go to a Dubai competition, you come first in the United States first, right? So you top everybody in here, and then you become qualified to go there. So alhamdulillah, it's a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guys. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen for this. It's a tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right?
Inshallah. Alhamdulillah.
So that is awesome. So do you have any advice, Qari Ahmad, Burhan, do you have any advice to Hafiz Muaz?
Wallahi, for both of the brothers, or specifically Sheikh Mu'ad, Qari Mu'ad, like my brothers Adin and Hudayfa said, it's all about dedication and hard work. You should never give up. It's going to get tough along the way. There's going to be tough times. But to be honest, if you have a good teacher and good parents that encourage you, you're always going to reach your goal, inshallah. I hope they never give up, inshallah, and keep the sincerity that you are learning the Quran for the sake of Allah and not for the sake of fame. That's very important. And also make dua every night so Allah can make it easier for you, and ask for tawfiq min Allah, and always have trust in Allah. You can always do what you put your mind to. Nothing's impossible, inshallah.
MashaAllah. That's amazing. How was Muaz? Yeah, did you hear that? Okay, I'm mute, I'm sorry.
Jazakallah khair for advice.
Barakallahu feekum, barakallahu feekum.
Just keep going, inshallah. Your recitation is very nice.
Alhamdulillah, jazakallah khairan. Very good. Actually, I like this. I like when, the junior Hufaz, mashallah, the senior Hufaz, mashallah, when they give advice to the junior Hufaz, that's beautiful, guys. May Allah bless you. I'm very proud of you. Okay, so our next Qari here is going to be Qari Ahmad Burhan. Are you ready?
Yeah, Sheikh, I'm ready.
Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Minnesota, when we talk about Minnesota, I see Qari Huzaifa is actually laughing because he knows how dedicated, how strong the Hufaz in Minnesota are, right?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Like when I give an advice to any masjid in here, I say, you guys should know what Minnesota schools are doing. What do you guys do?
They're a complete different country within a country.
Okay,
Wallahi,
so
Sheikh,
what do you guys
Wallahi,
do?
Sheikh,
Like,
Wallahi, Sheikh, just Alhamdulillah, fadl min Allah. It's just that when it comes to Quran, the majority, especially the Somali community, is very strong when it comes to Quran, and they take it very important. It's very important amongst them. So basically, they start at a very young age. At the age of 5, they enroll their kids inside the madrasa automatically. and every parent is competing with another parent for their students to memorize the Quran, and the teachers are absolutely tough, very strict ulama.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
the teachers, the parents, or students. Like, what is unique about you guys?
I'd say we have teachers that don't give up. They're very resistant. They don't give up at all.
Okay.
They put their life on hold for teaching the students. They maybe come in the morning at 8 a.m. and leave the masjid at Isha. Like, subhanallah. And then the thing unique about us is the sheikh is not only following up the student during madrasa hours. He's also following him up after, like when he's going to school. He knows how he behaves during school
Subhanallah.
hours. Like, he's like his parent, his second parent. That's what I would like to say about
Like mentor.
His mentor, exactly. He knows the time he sleeps.
Okay.
He knows what he's doing at school. If there's a device that's distracting him, he will take it away. Wallahi, the ulama, may Allah bless them. They helped us a lot through this journey.
Oh, mashallah, mashallah. That's
They're like our
awesome.
parents. Yeah.
Oh, alhamdulillah. That's so. I'm hoping that. Yeah.
Most of the shuyukh, the thing is, most of the shuyukh, places, they only focus on the student when he's with them, but they don't think about when they're what are they doing when they're going to the mall with their friends, or what are they doing at school. So alhamdulillah, the akhlaqiyan wise and also Quran wise, they're very strict on it.
That's awesome. We're going to be talking, inshallah, about the akhlaq there, because this is very, very important also point. Okay, so our next, alhamdulillah, Qari Ahmed Burhan. So Qari Ahmed Burhan from Minnesota, mashallah, and he is the first U.S. national to top, alhamdulillah, the Dubai competition. He came first, alhamdulillah. This is the first time in history that he Hafiz from the United States, mashallah, to get the first place. That's a blessing, mashallah. Congratulations, Qari Ahmed, for that. We're proud of you, and we're happy for this, alhamdulillah, rabbil alameen. Jazakumullah khair. So inshallah, we're ready. Alhamdulillah, we're just gonna watch just few ayat from Qari Ahmed. We have a report. Hopefully it works, inshallah. We'll try. We just had technical difficulty, but hopefully, inshallah, it's resolved by now. Okay, bismillah.
الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان.
Inshallah. Excellent. Did it work? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, we heard it perfectly.
Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's awesome. We're going to get back to Qari Huzaifa's report as well, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan for that. Thank you so much. So that was like a short clip from his recitation, leading, mashallah, this number of people at a young age, brothers and sisters. You can put your kids out there, mashallah. Inshallah, Rabbil Alameen, they can be somewhere, and they can be someone who leads the community. And we need this in our communities. We do, because like the senior shuyukhs, we're not going to be there forever. We just want to pass the torch into these guys so they can lead the Taraweeh, and they can take care of the future generation, inshallah. All right. Before we listen to your beautiful recitation, Qari Ahmed Burhan, the same question: what really motivated you? Of course, aside from your parents, and because obviously your parents at a young age, of course, they encouraged you. So, what motivated you to memorize the Book of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala?
Wallah, Shaykh, Subhanallah, I was very motivated by the Imam al-Haramain. I used to, as a young kid, I would always watch them on YouTube. Sheikh Sudais and Sheikh Shudaim, Sheikh Juhani, I used to watch them, and then I'd actually pray with them all the time. Would wear the abaya or the thobe, and then I would just pray with them. And subhanallah, I always used to tell my parents, inshallah, I want to be like them one day, inshallah. And also at a young age, I started watching the Dubai Quran competition, and I used to watch it a lot. Like I was very into competitions and stuff, and I was very motivated to learn the Quran. And I got a lot of push from my parents, alhamdulillah, especially my mom, who used to turn on Quran all the time. So by the age of like 4 or 5, I already had Juz Amma and Juz Tabarak already because of Sheikh Minshawi and Sheikh Khalil al-Husari, alhamdulillah.
Oh, mashallah, that's awesome. So it was you, it was your parents, it was the teachers, it was everybody else.
It was like a collaboration, everyone working together. It was people that I look up to, classmates that were older than me, that memorized the Quran before me, that I looked up to also, that motivated me. It was the teachers that were reciting the Quran in a very beautiful tone and with great tajweed. So I was motivated by absolutely the whole community in Minnesota.
MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, let's go ahead, please. We cannot wait to listen to your beautiful recitation, Qari Ahmad Burhan. Bismillah. And which surah, which ayah do you? Yeah.
Inshallah, I'm going to read from Surah Al-Ra'd, ayah 19. Surah Al-Ra'd is the ayah, the 13th surah of the Quran.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Brothers and sisters, please, before we start the recitation, please share our page, inshallah, to your profile as well, so more people can be inspired and motivated as well, inshallah. Share this page, inshallah, the share button, just click on that and share to your post so you can share the word with us, inshallah. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قارئ أحمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أفمن يعلم أنما أنزل إليك من ربك الحق كمن هو أعمى إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب الذين يوفون بعهد الله ولا ينقضون الميثاق والذين يصلون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل ويخشون ربهم ويخافون سوء الحساب والذين صبروا ابتغاء وجه ربهم وأقاموا الصلاة وأنفقوا مما رزقناهم سرا وعلانية ويدرؤون بالحسنة السيئة أولئك لهم عقبى الدار جنات عدن يدخلونها ومن صلح من آبائهم وأزواجهم وذرياتهم والملائكة يدخلون عليهم من كل باب سلام عليكم بما صبرتم فنعم عقبى الدار والذين ينقضون عهد الله من بعد ميثاقه ويقطعون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل ويفسدون في الأرض أولئك لهم اللعنة ولهم سوء الدار الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر وفرحوا بالحياة الدنيا وما الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا متاع ويقول الذين كفروا لولا أنزل عليه آية من ربه قل إن الله يضل من يشاء ويهدي إليه من أناب الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب صدق الله العظيم.
Allah, beautiful, beautiful. MashaAllah, fathallah alayk.
Jazakumullah.
Beautiful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for this beautiful recitation, MashaAllah.
Ameen.
Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, so now we get back to Qari Huzaifa, inshallah. And another question again, and also if we'll see if the report is ready, inshallah, the report for Qari Huzaifa. Let's see if it's ready. Okay, Bismillah. And then we get back to the question, inshallah, the question part. Bismillah. Okay, until it's ready. Okay, inshallah, it's about to be ready now. Bismillah.
The 21st edition of the Dubai International Quran Awards wrapped up on Tuesday the 13th of June and saw American contestant Huzaifa Siddiqui take home the prestigious Beautiful Voice contest, outperforming 9 other contestants from around the world to grab the top prize. The 20-year-old U.S. national who won 3rd place at the Toronto Quran competition last year left the audience mesmerized with his soothing rendition from the passages of the Quran. His crisp voice and amazing modulation, as well as great command over the rules of recitation, gave him a narrow lead over the others who also performed at a high standard. Siddiqui, who performed the previous Friday as part of the main competition, is also among the top contenders for the overall prize. Logan Fish for Gulf News.
MashaAllah. Did it work? Did you guys hear that?
No, we heard it. No.
Was it a surprise a little bit?
MashaAllah, no.
You guys deserve the best, alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. And again, we're always going to be proud of you, alhamdulillah. So, Qari Huzaifa, before you recite the next part, inshallah, when you were in Dubai competition, or when you first that you qualified to Dubai competition, what came to your mind? What was your reaction? How did you feel about it?
It was actually really unimaginable moment because Dubai Quran competition was something that I used to look at how, the Americans nowadays, they look at the American Got Talent. That's the best way to put it out because, our viewers, they're going to understand it that way. That's a place where you would take your actual talent. And that's a place where you look at, as your ultimate goal if you have a talent of something. So the Dubai Quran competition was something like that. I still remember when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old, I used to watch with my mom different mutasabiq, mashallah, competing, and then different ones who used to win from different countries, from my own country, Bangladesh, and other countries I used to look at as an example. So when I was chosen, it was really, subhanAllah, it was really, it was really an eye-opening moment, and I was really shocked. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. And when you were there, aside from looking at the skyscrapers and all of these crazy things in there, so what was your reaction in there when you were waiting for your turn to be tested and so on and so forth?
To be honest, when I was there, my whole mind was shut. Like there was a lot of distractions and everything. My only focus was this. I went in a mind after putting my tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the whole country is kind of relying on me, and the previous competitors have set the bar, and if I mess up, it's gonna be really really bad. So it was a really tense moment, and I had something which I had to carry on my shoulder and kind of continue on, inshallah, alhamdulillah, the process. So when I was there, alhamdulillah, there weren't any distractions, and just the waiting game was really tough because I was just waiting on my turn and waiting until the results were given. Subhanallah.
Is it because of the cash? I know that they give mashallah the gold money over there, or is it just the title, or it's you wanna feel proud? Like
no, I mean,
you don't have to answer this one. I was just
no, beside the cash, subhanallah. No, that's a good question. I mean, beside the cash, even though cash is the bonus part, but besides it, it's because out of all the huffaz in America or any country, you are the only one, and it's not like where you can go back again. This is only one lifetime of an opportunity. I know so many competitors who went there, and subhanallah, even though all the reward is it's counted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they didn't get anything. So so a lot of practice and dedication went behind it, and alhamdulillah, the money is the bonus part, but the main thing is me getting the opportunity to compete in such a big place, and it's only one time I'll get chance. So.
That the first Quran competition in my life, it was in Egypt. It's really tough. Like, forget about being qualified to Dubai from Egypt, because you have the whole country almost full of Hafaz, right? You guys know that. So the very first competition that I participated, I remember the very first check that I got, it was like $3. $3. I remember that. Wallah, I can never forget this, subhanAllah. $3. I know you're laughing now, but it was something for me. It was really, really something important for me that I until now I feel proud of myself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So we tell our Huffaz, inshallah, our soon to be Huffaz to to be motivated, inshallah Rabbil Alameen, and go for it and be up to the challenge, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Beautiful advice, mashallah. All right, can you please recite something else for us?
No. I'll be reciting from end of Surah Taha, from the ayah 128, inshallah.
Okay, sure.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أفلم يهد لهم كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون يمشون في مساكنهم إن في ذلك لآيات لأولي النهى ولولا كلمة سبقت من ربك لكان لزاما وأجل مسمى فاصبر على ما يقولون وسبح بحمد ربك قبل طلوع الشمس وقبل غروبها ومن آناء الليل فسبح وأطراف النهار لعلك ترضى ولا تمدن عينيك إلى ما متعنا به أزواجا منهم زهرة الحياة الدنيا لنفتنهم فيه ورزق ربك خير وأبقى
وأمر أهلك بالصلاة واصطبر عليها لا نسألك رزقا نحن نرزقك والعاقبة للتقوى وقالوا لولا يأتينا بآية من ربه أولم تأتهم بينة ما في الصحف الأولى ولو أنا أهلكناهم بعذاب من قبله لقالوا ربنا لولا أرسلت إلينا رسولا نتبع آياتك من قبل أن نذل ونخزى قل كل متربص فتربصوا قل كل متربص فتربصوا فستعلمون من أصحاب الصراط السوي ومن اهتدى.
Allah يفتح عليك. Barakallahu feekum, Habibi. Barakallahu feekum. So, a lot of brothers and sisters, a lot of our youngsters, let's not blame the parents for everything. A lot of our youngsters, they say, we cannot really come to the masjid. We cannot be into the deen. We cannot be into the Quran. You see the distraction. You see Snapchat, social media, a lot of like fitan, a lot of haram things here and there, and we're distracted. And we live in America, right? So, alhamdulillah, you have brothers and sisters, our youngsters who are watching us tonight. You have, alhamdulillah, a group of youngsters as well. They go through whatever you guys could go through too. But again, it's about, as I always say, don't try to fit in because you're born to stand out, right? You're different. Yeah, you're different. So when you try to say, everyone is doing this in college, everyone is doing this in high school, so I'm just doing it as well. Alhamdulillah, we have a group. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you guys. Again, they go through all of this, but again, alhamdulillah, they resist and they challenge themselves. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them the hidayah, because when you look for the hidayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives it to you. Alhamdulillah. So we have some questions from the brothers, from our audience. Please, everyone share, alhamdulillah, the event, and spread the word and share the word, and spread the word and share the word with us. So the question that we have here, I will ask probably Qari Adin, inshallah, to answer this question, or even Qari Adin will answer this question. It says, one second. So please, if someone is already, finished Hifz al-Quran and they want to take their Hifz to the next level, right? What should they do?
Well, the best thing for that is revision. And I would say in the beginning, if someone wants to start revising the Quran, they should start with, 1 juz or 2 juz, whichever fits for them. At whatever time they can do so. Because I know some students, they start school right after they're done with Hifz, so it's not easy for them. So they should, set a time for that and try their best to do 1 juz every single day. And in doing so, they should increase the number until whichever works for them. As for me, in the beginning, I was doing 5 juz every single day for at least 6 to 7 months.
I know that. Right? Well, I remember when I was in the masjid in New York City, so Qari Adin and his father, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless his father also, he works, and his mother, of course, they work really hard. Remember when it was, it was snowing so much, and there was like snowstorms. However, they would never cancel the class. They would say, hey, Sheikh, we're coming, we're coming. So I saw the dedication. It takes a lot of work, guys. It takes a lot of effort. So alhamdulillah, so you said like to take your recitation and your to the next level. So basically you need to be dedicated in terms of like memorization, reviewing, yeah?
And also I would say a good teacher who you can stay up to.
A good teacher.
So for that, you have to, improve your tajweed, your way of recitation, and only a teacher can do that. You cannot fix your own tajweed by yourself. You need someone, a teacher, a qualified teacher who can fix your mistakes, point them out, show you the points of articulation, all the rules, and that's also very necessary for the next level of hifz, of course.
Okay, mashallah. Mashallah. So I hope that answers that question. We have some other questions. We'll keep them to the end. Please, if you have a question for the Qur'an, post them in our page, inshallah, and then we will answer them one by one. It's a beautiful night. Usually the nights of Quran are my favorite, and I wish they never end, but eventually we have to end the program. But inshallah Rabbil Alameen will take it if the report is ready for Qari Adi, inshallah. The report is just few ayat recitation. If it's ready, inshallah. Okay, Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عبس وتولى عبس وتولى عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى 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 صدق الله العظيم
ما شاء الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
Okay, mashallah, jazakumullah khairan. It was a little surprise, so we have a couple of surprises for them. They did not see the reports, by the way. Alhamdulillah, we prepared them. And also the surprise of Sheikh Hassan, it was also amazing surprise. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I wish he stayed more with us. Sheikh Fuad al-Qassas, I can see him also saying Assalamu alaikum to everybody. And a lot of shuyukh, like if you see the chatting, mashallah, like a lot of shuyukh here, mashallah, are saying salam, and they're happy to see you. Alhamdulillah. We will definitely answer, Sister Saima will answer your question, inshallah, as well. But let's listen to Qari Adi, inshallah, a few minutes. Which surah are you going to recite, and which riwayah if you're reciting different riwayah?
Okay, Surah Al-Kahf.
Okay.
Number 32.
Okay. Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واضرب لهم مثلا الرجلين جعلنا لأحدهما جنتين من أعناب وحففناهما بنخل وجعلنا بينهما زرعا كلتا الجنتين آتت أكلها ولم تظلم منه شيئا وفجرنا خلالهما نهرا وكان له ثمر فقال لصاحبه وهو يحاوره أنا أكثر منك مالا وأعز نفرا ودخل جنته وهو ظالم لنفسه قال ما أظن أن تبيد هذه أبدا وما أظن الساعة قائمة ولئن رددت إلى ربي لأجدن خيرا منهما منقلبا قال له صاحبه وهو يحاوره أكفرت بالذي خلقك من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم سواك رجلا لكن هو الله ربي ولا أشرك بربي أحدا ولولا إذ دخلت جنتك قلت ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله إن ترني أنا أقل منك مالا وولدا فعسى ربي أن يؤتيني خيرا من جنتك ويرسل عليها حسبانا من السماء فتصبح صعيدا زلقا أو يصبح ماؤها غورا فلن تستطيع له طلبا وأحيط بثمره فأصبح يقلب كفيه على ما أنفق فيها وهي خاوية على عروشها ويقول يا ليتني لم أشرك بربي أحدا ولم تكن له فئة ينصرونه من دون الله وما كان منتصرا هنالك الولاية لله الحق هو خير ثوابا وخير عقبا واضرب لهم مثل الحياة الدنيا كماء أنزلناه من السماء فاختلط به نبات الأرض فأصبح هشيما تذروه الرياح وكان الله على كل شيء مقتدرا المال والبنون زينة الحياة الدنيا والباقيات الصالحات خير عند ربك ثوابا وخير أملا صدق الله العظيم.
ما شاء الله. الله يفتح عليك. الله يفتح عليك. Beautiful, beautiful, ما شاء الله. So what riwayah was this?
ورش عن نافع.
It was Warsh and Nafi'. And usually this tilawa, this qira'ah is recited where? Which country? What are the countries that usually?
Most of West Africa, so like Morocco, Algeria.
In North Africa, right?
Yeah, North Africa.
Okay,
sorry.
mashallah. Okay. Oh, mashallah, beautiful. Okay, I have just one surprise to Qara Adin, and then inshallah question. The next question will go to Qara Ahmed Burhan.
Yeah,
but
Sheikh.
Surprise to Sheikh Adin. Let's see if we have it. 1 second. It's Sheikh Ahmed will be next just in 1 second. Okay, until the surprise. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Oh no, that's oh, no, I'm looking for the photo that I shared. Yes, the video is going to be at the end. Okay. All right. Bear with us, please. Because it's the video, another surprise, inshallah.
MashaAllah.
So this is
MashaAllah.
that's a little surprise. So it was myself and the Qari Adin, alhamdulillah, he was getting the ijaza for me in New York City. Do you remember this one?
Yeah.
Qari Adin, you remember this one?
Yeah, I remember it.
It was actually the second ijaza, which means that I was giving him the sanad. Yeah, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Sheikh Hassan also was there. I remember on that day it was Night of Quran in my previous community. And alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, it's my pleasure. It was a wonderful night, and this is ijaza, giving him the permission to, teach and recite Quran. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. And he is, mashallah, is much more advanced right now. That was a while ago. But alhamdulillah, it's just a little surprise I want to share with you. And I'm very proud of you, Qari Adin. Jazakumullah khair. And by the way, one thing about him also, he was an A+ student. All right, so that's another thing. Inshallah, I'm going to ask them that he is an A+ student, which means that Quran does not conflict, does not conflict with any, with the secular education. It does not conflict. Qari Adin, what was your average in high school?
Out of 4.
Out of 4, out of 100, whatever.
Out of 4 was 3.9.
3.9 out of 4.
Yeah.
Takbir.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
3.9 out of 4 memorizing the Quran. This is amazing. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you. So there is no contradiction. There is no contradiction between Quran and the secular education, right?
Yeah, there's no contradiction.
You can be good in both. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Beautiful. Jazakallah khairan. Okay, our next guest is going to be Qari Ahmed Burhan. And the question here that we have from our audience. So how can you stay motivated? How can you stay motivated while in the process of because some people give up sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I can't. It's hard. And by the way, brothers and sisters, one disclaimer here, mashallah. None of my duyuf, none of the Qur'an here is Arab. I don't know if I personally should feel like good or bad. Like, well, look at that. Mashallah, they went to Dubai, not Arab, and they got the mashallah, the rewards from there. So Quran is not just for Arabs. All right, none of them. Any of you guys that came from Arab country? I don't think so. I don't think so. Subhanallah. So this is the miracle, one of the miracles of Quran, that you have, mashallah, 6 guests with me and million others, mashallah, all over the world. However, none of them is Arab. And they memorized and the master of the Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. So Qari Ahmed Burhan, how can you stay motivated?
Wallahi, Sheikh, first and foremost, your iman has to be at a good place. I'm pretty sure that's one of the things that may contradict your Quran revision. If your iman is low, shaitan will whisper into your ear and tell you to stop, to give up, to stop learning the Quran. He's gonna make you less motivated. But there are tips on being motivated at all times. Always keeping dua, making dua, always making refuge against the shaitan. and also having a team. I think that's one of the main things. You have to have someone, a partner, or another a group of colleagues that learn the Quran with you to make the process easier. At least it worked for me. I had a group of friends that I learned the Quran with, and we're still together. We're learning the Quran together. It's very hard if you're by yourself. It's very easy to lose motivation. But when you're with a group of people, when they catch you slacking, they tell you, "Oh, you're slacking, bro. You have to pick up from where you're at." So basically, it's all about motivation around the people around you, and you have to be in a good environment in a masjid most of the week. If you're stuck in college 24/7, or if you're in work 24/7, it's going to be really hard to multitask and learn the Quran. You have to be in a good environment. You have to have good friends.
That's awesome. Good environment. Stay motivated. Iman of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is something very important. You need to know, why are you memorizing or maintaining your memorization at the first place? You know that one of the first people that will go to hellfire, go to nar, jahannam, is qari al-Quran. Can we believe that? Subhanallah, hadith sahih from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from the very first people that they will go to hellfire, jahannam. One of them is qari al-Quran. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell him, you were reciting Quran, so people would say that you are qari, you are hafiz. So people already praised you, right? So what are you looking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You didn't memorize Quran for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You memorize Quran so people would say, mashallah, look at his qari, he went to Dubai and all of these things. So Iman of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is definitely very important. Good company is very, very important as well. And always stay, you're always going to be motivated if you have this too, mashallah.
And also
so what we're gonna, yes.
Another thing is probably like doing ibadat with the Quran you learn. Qiyam, Allah puts more barakah into your Quran if you implement it. So that's one of the most important things too, implementing the Quran you learn, and also doing ibadat with him. And لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ is one of the ways to do shukr back to Allah after learning the Quran. Inshallah.
Okay, well, we're going to listen, inshallah.
Inshallah, okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأقم الصلاة طرفي النهار وزلفا من الليل إن الحسنات يذهبن السيئات ذلك ذكرى للذاكرين واصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين فلولا كان من القرون من قبلكم أولو بقية ينهون عن الفساد في الأرض إلا قليلا ممن أنجينا منهم واتبع الذين ظلموا ما أترفوا فيه وكانوا مجرمين وما كان ربك ليهلك القرى بظلم وأهلها مصلحون ولو شاء ربك لجعل الناس أمة واحدة ولا يزالون مختلفين إلا من رحم ربك ولذلك خلقهم وتمت كلمة ربك لأملأن جهنم من الجنة والناس أجمعين وكلا نقص عليك من أنباء الرسل ما نثبت به فؤادك وجاءك في هذه الحق وموعظة وذكرى للمؤمنين وقل للذين لا يؤمنون اعملوا على مكانتكم إنا عاملون وانتظروا إنا منتظرون ولله غيب السماوات والأرض وإليه يرجع الأمر كله فاعبده وتوكل عليه وإليه يرجع الأمر كله فاعبده وتوكل عليه وما ربك بغافل عما تعملون.
جزاكم الله خيرا. إن شاء الله ده صار إن شاء الله. صدق الله العظيم.
Sheikh, your voice.
Sheikh, you're on mute.
Sheikh, you're on mute.
We can't hear you.
Okay, Jazakallah khairan. So I have to repeat everything. Jazakallah khairan, beautiful. Wallahi. When you said Sadaqallah al-Azim, you're trying to end the program, but we still have like 5 hours, inshallah. Our audience are here, alhamdulillah. More people are coming, more people are being inspired, more huffaz, young huffaz. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Barakallahu feekum. Qari Huzaifa.
نعم يا شيخ.
So someone is asking a question, and we have also Qari Sajjad. So Qari Sajjad Gul, mashallah, if you would like to join us, you're welcome, inshallah. I can send you the information. Check your WhatsApp, inshallah, Qari Sajjad Gul. So question here, how do you, it's about mutashabihat.
نعم.
So someone is asking you this question. What should you do so you don't get mixed up between ayat like mutashabihat? Is using a mutashabihat book, the ayat, the similar ayat in Quran, right? Is
Wallahi,
using mutashabihat book is a good idea. Bismillah.
First of all, before start, Adin is the master at this. So after I say my part, I think Adin should really add his 2 cents to it. And of course, Ahmed Burhan also.
Okay.
But wallahi, I think people have their different techniques. I've seen a lot of different manhaj, different turuq in this. For some people, really mutashabihat, just knowing all the mutashabihat and all that. Some people are really good at that. But when it comes to actually reciting and then continuing on the recitation, they make a lot of hifz mistakes. And vice versa too. I've seen that some people, their hifz are really, really strong, but when you really get them in the mutashabihat, they mess up. So I've seen all together, but it's really important. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it's really, really important to know the mutashabihat really good and not to go overboard. Also, like some people ask you, okay, how many qala is in the Quran? How many is in the Quran? That,
yeah,
I mean,
that
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
but by the way, guys, where is Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu in the middle of the Quran?
Sheikh Adin, now تفضل.
In the middle of the ayah.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا على
Allahu Akbar.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.
Very
See,
good.
there you go.
Where is Ya ayyuha nas in the middle? I just need 1 or 2.
قل يا أيها الناس.
Okay, 1.
يا أيها الناس إنما بغيكم على أنفسكم
This is brother.
This guy is a prodigy. Prodigy, MashaAllah.
He's a computer, MashaAllah.
My personal experience with al-mutashabihat, because it was something that alhamdulillah, I was working on growing up. Now it's not as strong as, I'm an old man right now. But growing up, subhanallah, mutashabahat was something that alhamdulillah I was really good at. What I would do is I have the Quran, only one copy of the Quran, as of course no, one copy of the Quran, and while I'm reading, I have like a marker or have like a pencil in my hand, and then when I see an ayah, recite an ayah, and then I remember there is another ayah similar to it, immediately I pause and I go to the next ayah. So in this page, okay, I write, oh, it's Surah Hud, and then I go to Surah Hud and say Surah Al-Araf.
I used to do that
right?
too.
So that's another. Okay, alhamdulillah. So that's a technique that we all can follow for sure.
Inshallah, Sheikh.
Alhamdulillah. Very
Inshallah,
good.
Sheikh. I just wanted to add something about Adin. So basically, in the madrasa, when we talk about very strong hifd, we use Adin as a metaphor, a simile. We go like, Subhanallah, he became like Adin. He didn't get anything wrong in Salat today. His hifd is so strong, like Adin. So Adin became an idol to many people today, inshallah.
So for Adin, alhamdulillah, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Adin, when he was in 6th grade, guys, he would come to my class, and he started with subhanallah, he had a lot of patience, a lot of sabr. So he would start with the Al-Arba'in Nawawiyya, say them in Arabic and English, 0 mistakes. Al-Arba'in Nawawiyya, Arabic and English, right? Alhamdulillah, he also, he wrote the whole entire Quran with his hand, right? He also calligraphy artist, mashallah. He's inshallah we're gonna invite him to teach people how to to write beautifully like that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. You guys are amazing, mashallah. And the good thing that I like about you guys, the spirit, mashallah. I love this sense of humor. I like the sense of brotherhood. You don't feel like you're competing or anything. Although I know you're competing against each other a lot. And I want to ask Sheikh Burhan, Sheikh Ahmed, are you there? Oh, he's here. No. He's here. Did you compete against one of these guys before?
I think we've all competed against each other at one point.
Wait,
So what happened? I know there's a story there. I know there is a story in Minnesota.
Adin,
when Adin comes to Minnesota, we all know who's taking the trophy. Same thing with Hanifa, we all fear them. Like the sheikh when mostly
taking the trophy.
Sheikh, when the sheikh is checking the roster of the people coming, he was like, Subhanallah, Adin's coming. Oh my God, Hudayfa Siddiq is coming. We have to get ready. They're like the LeBron James and the Michael Jordan Quran.
LeBron James. That's beautiful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ صح. This is how we compete in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's it's beautiful, guys, mashallah. Now may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Final word, inshallah, from each one of you guys to our communities, to our huffaz, those who are in the process of being huffaz, to our parents, to our teachers, to our junior, inshallah, huffaz here with you in this program as well. So what do you guys want to tell them? Bismillah, I will start with Qara Huzaifa.
Alhamdulillah, I mean, most of the things were said. Again, just making sure that inshallah you're dedicated to the Quran as much as you can. The more you give to Quran, then Allah makes all rest of the affairs easy. And making sure that you have good companionship throughout your life, especially in your while you're young, because like how Rasulullah said, if you want to know a person, always look at his companion. If his companion is bad, I mean the person there's a problem. So making sure to keep a good company, and that's not only for people memorizing the Quran, just in general for anybody, but specifically for people memorizing the Quran, because they are hand chosen and hand picked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's inshallah, that's the main thing, inshallah.
That's awesome, mashallah. And what about the teachers and parents and everybody?
Say it again.
What about the teachers? What's your advice to the teachers and the parents?
To the parents, I mean, keeping make sure that you're always dedicated with your kids, because a lot of kids, subhanallah, they feel left behind, because most of the, what happened is that the parents aren't dedicated with the kids, then what happens is that the kids, even though a lot of them, you see the motivation in them, but they don't have the support. The support, sometimes friendship is not there. How Sheikh Ahmed Burhan was mentioning, of having a good, kind of like a circle, and then one pushing, each other. But a lot of people don't have that. So that's where the parents come into play. And if they're always behind and dedicated, with their children, then inshallah they can go forward. And obviously, in anything you do, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in Quran, in school, in sports. You always pick the best of the best, right? If you want to go to school, if your parents send you in a school, you pick the best school in the city. When you go to a league, you pick the best league in the city. Same thing when you pick a sheikh, just because to save money here and there, I'll just send, not downplaying any sheikh or any teachers, but you always want to send your kids to a good sheikh in a good madrasa. And if you pick that, then inshallah rest of everything is gonna follow up, inshallah. Follow on.
Last question for you before I'll get back to you with the final question, inshallah. All right, Qari Adin. So what is your advice to the future Huffaz and for whoever is in the process and the parents and everybody else? And whoever claims that they are incapable of doing things. They say, I just can't do this and I cannot compete, and they have they have some issue with their self-esteem and their confidence.
Well, as for those who are doing the hifz or already Huffaz, for them I would say that it's time management and consistency. Those are two key things they need.
Okay.
Because to be honest, memorizing is the easy part, but retaining it is the hard part. So for each and every Huffaz and those who are in the process of becoming Huffaz, I would say that they should try their best to set up a time just for fun, just for repeating it as much as they can do, whether it be in prayer or in Qiyamul Layl, or they recite to their teacher, or whatever method it may be. And besides that, I would say that as the Sheikh recommends, that company is also a big role in this too. If you have good friends who are motivating you, who look up to you, who also commend you for your accomplishments, that will raise your self-esteem, and you will feel good and you will want to do more. And that's the thing with I would say about the hifz, that don't just stop at hifz, continue more, try to improve yourself. And everyone has that.
A little story I want to share about Adin. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that. When he was young, and I remember him very well, mashallah, he was, I think, sixth grade, there was a particular kid that he used to shake Adin's confidence. He knows what I'm talking about. So, and he would go before the competition. I remember this. He would go to Adin. He says, "You are not going to win. I am winning today." And because of that, Adin starts, shaking and crying sometimes and all of these things. I'm being very honest with you because I know, and Adin, you know what I'm talking about. So, and we used to tell Adin, don't worry, and subhanAllah, he worked really hard in this confidence thing. And until he reached a point where, alhamdulillah, sitting in a competition, and this to every one of you, mashallah, each one of you. So sitting in a competition in front of like Sheikh Hassan, Sheikh Ma'sarawi, anybody, it doesn't really matter. As if like he's sitting by himself or he's sitting by yourself, which is amazing. That tells the parents here that inshallah, try to boost your kids' confidence. Tell them that they're capable of doing a lot of things. They can do it. In the beginning, Adin had some issues, but he worked on that. And his dad and his mom and inshallah his family, they worked hard. And now, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, again, he became, mashallah, where he's at now, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase him. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Qari Ahmed Burhan.
Assalamu alaikum salam, Sheikh. Same question?
Yes, please.
Inshallah. So basically, as an advice for the students watching this, or future students who are trying to learn the Quran, the same points that Sheikh Adin and Sheikh Hudayfa made point of, basically not giving up. It's going to be tough in the beginning. You're going to be nervous. You're not gonna have much confidence at first. I remember when I was first starting out, I was honestly the lowest in the class, to be honest. I remember we used to take tests and I'd get 30% of the Quran tests, and I'd be the lowest in the class.
Wow.
When my sheikh would tell me to recite in front of the people, I'd get scared. I'd puke every single time before. Sometimes there was one time I puked on stage, but it's all about consistency. As you do it, the fear goes away and you build more confidence. That's why I really love the person who started off these national Quran competitions. It really helped us, all three of us, or all of us, to be honest. It helped boost our confidence, and it took us to that next level. If it wasn't for all these national Quran competitions like Imam al-Shatibi, Mas Ikna, Isna in Texas, and all the masajid and the local competitions, we would have never reached that international Quran competition level. And I'm pretty sure Adin agrees. So basically, you just have to have that confidence, that tawakkul ala Allah, and you should never be scared. And for the parents, I'd tell them to motivate their kids to learn the Quran. Nowadays, we have parents who only focus on the secular education, where they push their kids to get an A. But subhanAllah, as we can see from the stats and as we can see from most people, the person who memorizes the Quran usually gets good grades and good test scores on everything else he does, because Allah blesses his life for him through the Quran. The Quran, in Allah yarfa'u bihadha al-Qur'ani aqwaman wa yada'u bi akharin. Allah raises the Quran, the people with the Quran, and He raises their status and He puts other people down. So the Quran is something that if you stick with, it will raise your status in this dunya and the akhirah, and we should always remember that, inshallah.
So, inshallah, soon to be Ali Akhtar, Hafiz Ali Akhtar. So, what did you learn from today's program?
It was amazing. I like everyone's qira. It was amazing, mashallah.
So cute. That's awesome. And are you more motivated now to work harder?
Yes.
So, are you gonna review more and finish Quran sooner than what you planned or your Sheikh planned, inshallah?
Yes, inshallah.
Inshallah, barakallah feekum. And what about Hafiz Muaz? Where are you? You're hiding somewhere, Hafiz Muaz. I can see you. Yes, he's right here. So, tell me. Yeah, 1 second. Hafiz Muaz?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
So, tell me, what did you learn from today's event, and what are you gonna do next?
Today I learned that it took these people a lot of
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, please. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Today I learned it took these three qaris a lot of time and effort, and they spent a lot into this. They spent their whole day. They spent their years, and they became their, now what do you call now they're so famous. So I learned to spend time on my hifz and make it good, and inshallah become like that one day.
For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to become famous. Don't worry, one day you'll become famous, inshallah.
No, it's not for the fame. I'm just saying they're famous.
Oh yeah. That's true, mashallah. That's beautiful. Jazakallah khairan. And final thing, okay, last question. Is hifz takes 10 years as good as hifz that takes 2 years? Any of you guys can answer this question. The question is hifz that takes 10 years as good as hifz that takes 2 years? Anybody want to raise your hand? And
Wallahi, yeah, to be honest, you can say the longer the journey, the more fruits you get from it, and the more success. For example, it's the American version of I remember they had this little story about the turtle and the hare that were racing. I remember they had these in books a long time ago. So basically, a hare and a turtle were racing. So the turtle was going slow from the beginning of the race, slow and steady. It didn't give up. It took its sweet time. But the hare, it went super fast at first. It was dedicated at first. It went super fast. And then in the middle of the race, it just slept. So it just gave up, basically. Yeah. And then so basically what happened was the turtle, it did not stop, it did not give up. It finishes the race normally. as slow as it can. And the hair sees it finishing, and then it tries to catch it up, but it cannot catch up to them. So it's basically the same thing. The person who zooms through learning the Quran will never be the same as the person who took his time to learn the makharij, to perfect the recitation, to take time to review the Quran over and over again. It's the same concept as the race between the turtle and hare. So I think the Quran that takes 10 years long term will be way, way better than the person that took 2 years to learn the Quran. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? If this person came out of a boot camp where they learned everything in 2 years, mashallah, Allah gave them a lot of ilm. But usually, I'm talking about the average person. 10 years is the best way to learn the Quran. It took me almost like 9, 8 years, 10 years to perfect the Quran and reach this level before I went to the Dubai Quran competition. Alhamdulillah.
Wow, mashallah. Well, but by the way, what was your reaction when you heard that? Did you expect to come first in Dubai?
Wallahi, the thing about Quran competitions is it's all about qadrullah. It's all about like, it's basically like nasib. So basically, you don't know what you're gonna get. You might be perfect, but in the eyes of one judge, you might have been very bad compared to this other person. So it's so unpredictable. Maybe when the judge was judging you that day, he was in a very bad mood, maybe, and he took off on you for every tajweed mistake. And maybe this other person he went easy on because he was in a good mood. So there are human beings, they can make mistakes. So you should never like get your hopes up. That's what I do. I have the mentality before I go to a Quran competition. Alhamdulillah, whatever I get, qadrullah, but I always put myself down because it feels really bad when you go like, oh my God, I'm gonna win, oh my God, and then you lose. It's the worst feeling ever. So I think it's really nice to always humble yourself. But then alhamdulillah, yeah, from like people were telling me, oh, inshallah, you're gonna get this. So I was getting hope and motivation from the people. But alhamdulillah, in the end, it was qadrullah. Whatever he gave me, qadrullah ma shafa.
It's a historical, alhamdulillah, thing. You should be proud of yourself, and you're all
Alhamdulillah,
proud of you.
It was a dream come true, alhamdulillah.
National, when to win, mashallah, the Dubai competition. That's awesome, mashallah. And all of you guys, you all the firsts, like in everything. Alhamdulillah, may Allah reward you, inshallah, and more hafaz, inshallah, to come. Very last thing, inshallah, your favorite ayah, recite it, and then we end the program, inshallah. But before we end the program, we have another surprise for our next guest, inshallah. Every Friday, we have a Friday night, virtual Friday night, Quran night. So we will just play a short clip for our upcoming, inshallah, guest next week. Surprise. Stay with us, inshallah. But after we hear you guys, what is your, think of an ayah and recite it for us, inshallah. Bismillah.
Should I go first?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. Hafiz, Qara Huzaifa, please.
Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداع إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون.
It's my favorite ayah.
Allah. MashaAllah, Jazakumullah khair. Why this is, what is the meaning of this ayah, and why is it your favorite?
As we all know, this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that whenever you want to ask anybody, ask me only alone. So this ayah gives hope that that sometimes when you feel lost in life, when you're going through hardship, then and you feel lost, then there is always someone all the time hearing your pain, hearing what you're going through, or just in any phase in life, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there to answer your call, to answer your dua. Alhamdulillah.
Beautiful.
Barakallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح المصباح في زجاجه الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري توقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم صدق الله العظيم.
Why this is, mashallah, like, why is it your favorite ayah?
Because this ayah talks about the light of Allah is all that which covers the heavens and the earth, and the light in this is referring to guidance. And Allah says that Yahdillahu linurihi man yasha. So this shows that Allah can guide whoever He wants, and the person just has to put his trust in it and know that Allah is there to guide him and not people or anything else. And so find this.
Hafiz Ali, you can leave your brother. It's okay. He's cute. You can keep him next to you. It reminds me of this video, the guy who had interview. You guys know what I'm talking about? He had an interview and his daughter just came in the room. It was so funny. So his brother, keep her with you, inshallah. Okay, Hafiz Ali, I will keep Sheikh Burhan till the end, inshallah. Hafiz Ali, do you have any ayah to recite? Just one ayah. Anything. Qul huwallahu ahad. Anything.
Should I read the surah Qul huwallahu ahad?
Yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah. Khair. Hafiz Muaz, one ayah, only one ayah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض ما ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
MashaAllah. Beautiful. Barakallahu feekum. Sheikh Ahmed Burhan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واتقوا يوما ترجعون فيه إلى الله ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. جزاكم الله.
Why this ayah is your favorite, your most favorite, I would say?
This ayah is first of all, it was the last ayah to be revealed down to the Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam. And also this ayah reminds us that we should always be mindful about the coming day, the day of resurrection, the day where you will always get, you're only going to get what you worked for, and no one's going to get like oppressed. No one's going to get something less than what they deserve and something more than what they deserve. And Allah will be just that day. So this ayah is a constant reminder of the day that's coming, the day we are working for to please Allah, inshallah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Barakallahu feekum. And one brother is asking me to recite, and yani, subhanAllah, after you guys, I cannot even recite. I cannot even recite after you guys, MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khair. But subhanAllah, today is Al-Jum'ah, so I would say, إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه اللهم آمين جزاكم الله خيرا guys بارك الله فيكم. And I'm really happy. I enjoyed this. Are like one of the best nights in my life. The best 2 hours. Alhamdulillah, beautiful to have such young Qurra, mashallah, that gives like mashallah motivation, hope to our future generation as well. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for this. If we have, inshallah, I will get back to you. If we have the video ready for our next guest for next week, let's play it, inshallah, so our guest can watch with us. If we have the video ready, Bismillah. Our next.
Fatima, can you say Surah Ikhlas with me? Okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Allahus samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. MashaAllah, good job, guys. Now we can have another chocolate.
Jazakallah khairan. So you all know our guest for this coming for this coming Friday, inshallah, the night of Quran is going to be beloved sister Maryam Masood and her little, mashallah, cute Fatima Masood. And both of you guys, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, probably majority of you watch her videos and how she's inspiring young people all over the world. Mashallah, she has like millions of views and followers. So what we did, the idea behind the Night of Qur'ans is like we started with, senior Qurra like Sheikh Hassan, Sheikh Fuad and Sheikh Tahoon, and then with the younger generation, and then we're going to, also inspire our kids as well. So please, everybody mark your calendar this coming, inshallah, Friday, the Night of Quran. Like our page, very important. Night of Quran is always on Fridays at 8 p.m. But this is Central Time, of course. Okay, Dallas time, that's going to be 8 p.m. So Maryam Masood is going to be with us, her sister, And please make sure that your kids also can watch that. She's going to inspire them, I promise. And you're going to enjoy her recitation as well. All right. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward our guests for today. Qari Adin Rahman, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you. Let me unmute everybody. So, yeah, jazakumullahu khairan. And Qari Ahmad Burhan, thank you so much for tuning in. Alhamdulillah.
Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you guys for having us. It was an honor, inshallah. May Allah bless the mosque.
Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallahu feekum. And of course, His Holiness Huzaifa. Thank you so much. Qari Huzaifa, dear. Jazakumullah khairan, Qari Huzaifa. Thank you so much when you're busy. And of course, our future Hufaz, inshallah, and future Qurra, inshallah, Muaz, Hafiz Muaz, mashallah. And then we have Jazakumullah khairan for being with us tonight. And of course, inshallah, our soon-to-be Hafiz Ali Akhtar. Jazakumullah khairan for being with us. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for brothers and sisters who attended this, amazing program. Our Qurra, our brothers and sisters. Thank you so much to our technical support. They're working hard behind the scenes. Sister Zainab, we're doing a great job. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All the brothers and sisters in the ICF Shura, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us and make us from the people of Quran. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Brothers and sisters, also tomorrow, as usual, so Fridays, night of Quran, just Quran. Saturdays, now when we talk about the Quran, right? So tomorrow, inshallah, we have a very important event. I will be hosting, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen, Fadilat Sheikh Abdul Nasir Janda, Mufti Hussein Kamani. We have people in different, mashallah, different fields, different experience. We have medical health experts. We have psychologists. We have counselor, Sister Hala Banani, Brother Muhammad Hassan. Tomorrow, inshallah, at 9 p.m. Central Time. We have, mashallah, it's a panel discussion. We're gonna discuss a lot of things. Please make sure to attend this session as well. It's going to be very, very important. With that being said, Jazakumullah khairan, everybody. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, mashallah. So the event is right there. It's just gonna come right now. Yes, so this is basically the event for tomorrow, inshallah, at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. You see, mashallah, like lineup of scholars and experts. We all need this. Our communities do need this kind of topics, coping with crisis, right? We have crisis now and the whole coronavirus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Everybody say Allahumma ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our families. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our communities. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Inshallah, tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m. May Allah reward you all. Thank you so much. And I will see you later. Until then, I leave you fi amanillah. Assalamu alaikum.